Okay, so at this time you are under arrest, okay, for DWI.
Hey, Soph, I'm gonna be there. I'll be there in the morning. Just call me.
Is this some sort of...
Throw it away.
I'm a nice cop.
I'm not gonna charge you with it. I just need to know.
He's lying. Tell him what it is, but don't tell him it's yours.
What's going on, y'all? This is Brandon, aka the Port City Attorney. Today, we're gonna be reacting to a video from Cop Watch titled "Drunk Lady Hits Police Car in Bar Parking Lot." Listen, I've got a quick piece of advice. Don't do that. Let's see what the video has to say.
Get out the car now. Don't even try and flee. Get out. Get out the car. No, I'm not injured. You have a license, registration, insurance? Is there a key to this or like a stop button or anything? You have a key? A key to start the car.
The car's off. Engine's off.
Okay. So you know why I stopped you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you know what that is exactly? Can you tell me?
I backed into the
Okay.
car.
Alright, well, as long as you don't try and drive away again, you should be okay.
I'm really sorry.
I mean, it wouldn't have been a big deal. It's the bit where you tried to drive away. That's not really okay.
Just give us a minute.
You might have to turn around, man. This is gonna take a while. Sorry. You're good. Hey, man, you're the passenger, okay? You're free to go. You can stay if you want, but you're not detained or anything, okay? You're not in any trouble. I just want to make that clear, yeah? Do you understand that you're free?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that the registration insurance? If you're willing to look through that, do you think you can? See if you can find it?
I can try.
Cool. Thank you, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize how close the car behind us was, and I backed into it, and I'm really sorry.
Okay, no.
Like a couple drinks?
Couple drinks. How long ago?
We were at Bourbon and Boots at 10 o'clock.
Okay. And so you had them at 10, or?
I'm sorry?
What time did you have the drinks?
At 10:30.
What kind of drinks were they?
I had a IPA Mass Ascension, and then I had a Elephants on Parade.
Okay, and they were back to back?
Not back to back, but like...
Pretty close. How long would you say before your last drink?
From right now?
Yeah, from right now.
A couple hours?
Okay. Do you mind doing some field sobriety tests for me?
Sure.
Okay. Just face towards me, hands, feet together, toes and heels touching. You can put that down. See the tip of my finger? You see the tip of my finger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I want you to do is follow it with your eyes, and your eyes only, okay? Don't move your head. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
What's your guys' initial impressions? To me, initially, she doesn't seem that intoxicated, or at least when she first started talking. Once he started asking her some more about when she had her last drink, there was a little bit of that fogginess, a little bit of that confusion. But my question to you is, do you think, so you noticed that she offered up some information about her drinks, right? She had an IPA, named the type, had another drink, named the type. Do you think that in these situations that being overly specific is helpful or hurtful? Do you think that it helps prove that you're of a clear, cognizant mind? Or do you think that that raises some red flags with the officers and they say, okay, well, she's being a little too specific with this, so we need to investigate this further? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Okay. So the next test, see that line? Yeah. Come over here. What I want you to do is plant your left foot on that line. Right foot in front of your left, touching heel to toe. Oh, no, don't walk or anything. I'm just going to put you in the start position. I'm going to demonstrate the test, and then I'm going to have you perform it, okay? So left foot on the line, right foot in front of your left, touching heel to toe. Hands down at your side the whole time. Hands down at your side. Cool. Okay, so right now, you're standing in this position right now. What I'm going to have you do is take 9 heel-to-toe steps down this line. Whenever you get up to your 9th step, you're going to count your steps out loud. You're going to leave your front foot planted, taking a series of small steps, turn yourself around, taking 9 heel-to-toe steps back, okay? 9 forward and then 9 back? Sort of. So I'm going to demonstrate it, and then I'll ask you if you understand it, and then ask you to perform it, okay? Just stay in that position, though. Keep your hands down at your side. Don't touch the car. Okay, so it's going to look something like this. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. I took 3. You're going to take 9. On your 9th step, you're going to leave your foot planted, taking a series of small steps, turn yourself around, taking 9 heel-to-toe steps back that line. 1, 2, 3. 3, and so on until you get to 9. Do you understand the test?
Yes.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and begin. Don't stop once you start, okay?
Okay.
It is. If you gotta find a piece of paper, I'll make you what I can. If you can.
All right, so when they're doing these field sobriety tests, partially what they're looking for is for you to be able to follow directions, right? You'll notice that they told her to keep her hands down to her side. She kept raising them, and then when she started walking, she raised her arms to the side, probably to help balance herself, right? So depending on the jurisdiction you're in, most jurisdictions, you don't have to do the field sobriety test on the side of the road. You struck the car, you admitted to drinking, they already have probable cause to make an arrest. This just solidifies it. You don't necessarily need to do it, right? And so they're looking for those cues, those indicators that you're potentially intoxicated. Failure to, you know, follow directions might be one of those, right? So she's not doing very well right now, in my opinion, but hey, who am I?
Is that dangerous? Is it okay if I get the policy number just in case we can't find it?
Is that
Just like I demonstrated.
okay?
So the next test is called the one leg stand, okay? So I'm gonna have you do same starting position, feet together, hands down at your side. Like the last one, I'm gonna demonstrate it, ask you to perform it, okay?
Okay.
So you're gonna pick up a leg of your choice, doesn't matter left or right. You're gonna pick it up approximately 6 inches off the ground to where your foot is parallel with the ground, okay? Which is about the height of a Coke can, okay? So it's gonna look something like this. You're gonna pick up your foot like that, pointing it forward. No, don't do it yet. Don't start. So you're gonna point your foot forward till it's parallel with the ground, about the height of a Coke can. Okay, you're gonna stare down at your foot. You're gonna count in this manner: 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. Do you understand?
I do.
Do you have any questions?
I don't.
Okay, whenever you're ready, go ahead and begin.
Okay. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011. Do you want me to?
I'll tell you when to stop.
1011, 1012, 1013, 1014, 1015, 1016, 1017, 1018.
Okay, you can stop. I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Sophia.
Sophia. Okay, so at this time you are under arrest, okay, for DWI. So I need you to turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
You don't have anything in your mouth, any kind of gum or anything like that? Okay. Do you mind if I check real quick? Just open your mouth for me. Pick up your tongue. Henry 241 PD. We're gonna walk back to my car, okay?
Is there any problem?
You log me on a separate 47 CAD, cross-reference it to this 44, pull a case for me, and start the 20-minute deprivation. Who's in the car with you?
My boyfriend?
Okay. Is it okay if your stuff goes with him?
Yes.
Is there anything that you want to go with you?
I can imagine I'm allowed to have my phone, right?
Yeah, you're allowed to have your phone. So like phone, usually like phone and purse. Not purse, but like wallet. Just something with identifying documents. Does that make sense?
My first time being arrested. I'm new to this.
Go ahead and have a seat for me. Okay, just sit tight, okay?
I just want to let her know that I'm gonna come pick her up in the morning, and whenever she calls me, I'll.
Okay, it's up to the officer. I don't know if he'll let you talk to her or not. I don't know.
Relay a message or something.
Do you have your ID on you also, by chance?
Yes, sir.
Just for the report. I just want to add your information. Thank you, sir.
So he's letting it know for you, because I gotta leave right now.
Hey, Soph, I'm gonna be there. I'll be there in the morning. Just call me.
so I have to read you something, okay?
Okay.
So listen to me, I'm about to tell you something important. You're under arrest for DWI. The New Mexico Implied Consent Act requires you submit to a breath test to determine the alcohol content of your blood. After you take our test, you have the right to choose an additional independent test. If you choose to take this additional independent test, you have the right to a reasonable opportunity to arrange for a physician, a licensed nurse, or a laboratory technician or technologist who is employed by a hospital or a physician of your own choice to perform an additional chemical test. The cost of this additional chemical test is paid for by the law enforcement agency. Do you agree to take the test?
And if I say no?
So if you say no, I cannot force you to take the test, but if you refuse, you will lose your New Mexico driver's license non-resident operating privileges for 1 year. If you are convicted in court of driving while under the influence, you may also receive a greater sentence because you refuse to be tested. Do you understand?
Liquor and or drugs. The New Mexico Implied Consent Act requires you to submit to a breath test to determine the alcohol content.
Are you from Albuquerque?
Los Lunas.
Los Lunas. You said that before.
Did all your jewelry does it all come out?
My nose doesn't. I have to go to like a
place to get it off.
Yeah.
They'll probably, just so you know, they'll probably have to cut it off. MDC, okay.
Really?
Yeah, because they don't allow you back there with jewelry. Unless you can get it off.
I can't.
Okay. One more time, just like you did last time. Good job.
What? I'm probably too old for it anyway.
All right, so real quick, if you watched any of these videos before, you know what this thing is. This is the Intoxilizer. This is the blood concentration device that will measure the amount of blood out on your blood rather. Typically what they'll do is they'll have you do a PBT, a portable breath test on the side of the road. That is not admissible in court except for the purposes of just indicating whether or not was in your system or not per the actual test, right? The reason why is because those things are a little finicky, right? They get thrown around, they don't get calibrated as much, but these Intoxilizers, the departments have these in their departments and they regularly, or they're supposed to have them calibrated and that sort of thing so they can ensure that what they're getting is an accurate reading. That's why most states that if you're driving on the roads of that state and you are free to drive on those, that it's implied that you're going to consent to a breath test because as a matter of public policy, we don't want people driving on the roads. Most states have this law where if you refuse the Intoxilizer at the station, you're subject to a 1-year suspension of your driving privileges. Now, why would someone say no, right? The reason why people say no is that they're hoping that they won't be able to prove intoxication. However, a lot of times what happens is they will apply to a magistrate or a judge, ask for a search warrant, get a search warrant to draw your blood, and then get your blood, test it, and see what the levels are there. You can make your own decision. It's an informed choice of the implied consent, but that's what that is. That's the process. That's why people say no.
No. Or no, it hasn't been working for anybody. See how the morning goes. They're not in jail yet.
So yeah,
Here in a couple hours, probably.
I'm not going to charge you with it if it's, but is this
Easy.
some sort of,
Throw it
I'm a
away.
nice cop.
is it some sort of, I need to know because if it's, I have to tag it for destruction.
Do I have to answer?
So like I said, I didn't even read you Miranda. I'm not going to charge you with it. I just need to know so I can tag
He's
it.
lying.
Because I'm leaving, right?
He's
Throw it
lying.
away.
What is
Tell
it?
him what it is, but don't tell him it's yours. He's lying. Tell him what it is, but don't tell him it's yours.
It's
Jailhouse lawyer in the flesh. We caught it on camera. That's fantastic. I love it. I mean, I don't, but that's hilarious. He's lying. Don't answer it. Tell him, or answer it and tell him it's not yours. Bro, we found it on him. Shut up back there.
Okay. All right.
I was talking. I'm sorry. It was
Real quick, I just wanted to say that Attorney Tom / Attorney Reacts content is now on Spotify. We just launched a partnered show, link in the description. Go check it out. Now, back to the video.
Right over here.
No sewage.
Toss those guys on.
I told you guys would see each other again. She's talking to nurse.
Do I keep my socks on?
Yeah.
Probably not a terrible idea.
I'm so sure you're
Those guys off, yeah. No, it seems silly, but.
Thank you.
Instead of receiving. Straight away. Now we just gotta wait for them to open it. And then they'll do one more quick search and get you into a cell, okay?
Oh yeah, I just don't like these sandals.
Do you really?
I kind of do.
Kind of comfy or what?
Yeah. It's like Yeezys, but...
Yeezys?
Yeezys?
What are those?
It's like a Kanye's brand.
Never heard of them.
And they're like super expensive. I can never afford one.
I bet, yeah.
They kind of look like Kanye's.
Yeah.
So, making light of a bad situation.
They're probably the same. They're probably made by the same manufacturer, honestly.
I don't know about you guys, but I think that was a great video, and I'm gonna tell you why. So first off, Sophia, if you're watching this, I love you. I don't really love you, but you're great. All right, listen, people make mistakes. Appears that Sophia is a young college kid. She was just out trying to have a good time. You know, she had a little bit of that party, that party powder in her pocket too. But listen, you know, people make mistakes. And the reason why I like this video, the reason why I said, you know, I complimented Sophia is because she did what a lot of people don't do in these situations. She took accountability for her actions. A lot of times when we see folks that are getting arrested for DWI, especially when there's like an accident involved, they get really combative and they try to make excuses and place blame other places. Sophia didn't do that. Sophia said, hey, look, I messed up. Yep, I backed into you, had a couple drinks. When they told her she was under arrest, she didn't cry, throw a fit, nothing like that. And, you know, when they found the on her, she fessed up to it. Obviously, after a little bit of apprehension, because I would have apprehension too. That leads me to the next reason why I really like this video. That cop, he's a real one, right? He was cordial. He wasn't being a jerk. He found on her, could have charged her, potentially could have charged her with trafficking into a detention facility, but he didn't. He just marked it as, you know, disposable. I thought that was great too. The courts have stated and the legislatures have stated that they give police officers a lot of discretion on what they can charge and not charge. And so we don't see a lot of cops anymore trying not to ruin people's lives, right? Obviously she made a mistake. Obviously she was in possession of, and obviously he could have charged her with that. But a lot of states, any amount of it's going to be a felony, and he recognized that she is a college student. Most likely she had a UNM license plate, seems to be like a college age kid. She's a college student doing what college students do, and that's being dumb. She's charged with an OWI or DWI. She's gonna deal with that. You know, employers don't really care about DWIs unless you're like a CDL truck driver or something like that. So it's not really going to adversely affect her for the rest of her life. People get arrested, people get DWIs every day, stuff happens. However, you know, having a felony charge, even if it got reduced and deferred on a first time offense, all that, which is probably what would have happened, she would have had to go through that extra effort and stress and all that. Good on that cop for not charging her, recognizing that she was being cooperative, polite, all those things. That goes into, you know, when we talk about being combative, knowing your rights. Yeah, you can know your rights. You can be combative. You can say, you know, you can say, oh, I'm not going to answer this question. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. You're not going to get any deference, right? If she would have been a jerk throughout the situation, he probably would have charged her with that possession of. So there's a lesson to be learned there, right? If you're in the wrong, you know you're in the wrong, you're dead to rights, just be nice. You don't have to talk. You don't have to incriminate yourself, but just be polite, be cordial, all right? Typically, they're gonna show that back to you. My question to you in closing is, do you think that by her not following directions, not listening to the instructions of the officer who was conducting the standardized field sobriety test, do you think that that should be or is an indication of intoxication? Do you think that people who are intoxicated don't listen to directions very well? Or do you think that maybe there's an argument that she's just a little ditzy, right? That could be it too. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, I like this video. It showed that these interactions don't always have to be crazy, even when there's stuff like property damage involved. I'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, share, do all the things.
Big verdict.